everybody. Welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. I am Mrs. Best. We have our fabulously handsome co-host, James Jackson, who is here for the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. Welcome in, James.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
We honestly, y'all, we a few days late and a few dollars short, but
Mm-hmm.
we are here. I've just had a busy week. I recently switched to a job that's Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. While it's a job that most people will be like, yes, that's a great schedule, it makes it harder to do YouTube because I'm out so early and back so late. But I'm gonna do what I can. I'm gonna do some recaps during the week, and then I'll have some during the weekend. And James is also going to be having a lot more recaps happening on his channel on the weekends, as well as a little heads up and official
Yes.
announcement. The holidays are also coming, so just bear with us, you guys. Bear with us. We got to make a living. But we are here to go over Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This episode is titled Discontent. This is season 12, episode 12. You'd think we'd be at the reunion, yet we are still in it. The episode starts with Zayn having a birthday party with hella hoes, big booty ones. And Chaotic is there, and Amy Luciani ends up arriving with Zayn's wife. How do you arrive to your own house for a birthday party for your husband? And there's females everywhere. I had said when Ashley and Zayn met with the baby mama that it felt like to me like they had some sort of an open relationship and he just loved that so much that they married each other. And this is what that's giving. Because I'll be damned if I show up to the house that me and my husband is taking out a mortgage and or rental lease on, and I see a bunch of girls for a birthday party and I'm showing up to my house with my friend like I don't live here and can't just go inside.
I'm
I don't
telling
get
you.
it.
I'm telling you.
Maybe it was an Airbnb, but
Me.
for some reason, Zayn questions Amy about Scrappy and the alleged rumors there. I don't care. I don't care. I'm still trying to understand this party. And the scene is making me look at Lil Zane like y'all will never find another Stevie J, Jocelyn, and Mimi situation. You're never gonna find it, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I think those days are gone. You're not
Yes.
gonna find that no more, not in its genuine form. And I feel like they're trying to go for that with Zayn and Ashley, and I'm just not feeling it. So I don't have too much to say on that scene. Let's see if James does. Do you have anything to add about that scene?
I thought it was ridiculous. It was clownish. It was stupid. And I didn't believe it for a damn second. Because we have seen Ashley be hot headed and completely catastrophic in lesser scenes. So the fact that she didn't go off the rails in this scene, I'm confused. I'm really confused by her. I'm sorry, I just am. I don't know what the hell going on around here, but get them off my screen. Is how I feel. Get them off my screen. If
There.
we were,
I agree.
where's Mona? Mona. What Roxanne say? Mona. Mona. Yes. Please. What is this? That's how I feel.
But I don't. Mona, in some ways, might have helped with some of it because now that the show's not fully in her hands, it has changed. We then see that Chaotic and Scrappy has some beef, which I have seen and heard about online in recent times. So, what happened? This is from Chaotic's words: is Scrappy and Chaotic started a YouTube channel together. They made the decision to do that, but they were having issues with the channel because Chaotic says that Scrappy did not put in any money or effort into the channel. For those who do not know, if you have a YouTube channel, you're going to have to put money in it somewhere or you're going to have to put in effort. You can use StreamYard for free. Separate streamers have done it. I have done that before. The only reason I don't is because I use StreamYard to help me with editing music reaction videos and things like that. But if it weren't for music reactions, free 99. I'm trying to tell y'all. But to have a YouTube channel, you're gonna have to put money into something, whether it be green screens for your backgrounds, equipment, makeup for yourself so you don't look crazy on there. If you're like me, webcams, audio microphones, things like that, which I have to use for my music reviews, 4K adapters. There's all sorts of materials and tools that you can use that cost money to stream online or to have a channel. So Scrappy didn't put in on any of it. Does not surprise me. So Chaotic took Scrappy's name off of the channel, and this is what upset Scrappy. Chaotic is not wrong, but me and James years ago were like, let's start a YouTube channel together. Let's start a YouTube channel together. But part of the reason we have separate channels is because the one commonality we have is the television recaps. But outside of that, he's interested in horror movie reviews and pop culture. I'm more so interested in music reviews and being general reaction or blog channel. So, you know, you can be friends and support each other on YouTube with separate channels. I don't think they should have went into it together in the first place unless there is documentation signed. And in their case, they're not like regular people starting on YouTube where there may not be documentation because you don't know anyone's going to view you. They know that they'll get a good amount of subscribers to help them to monetize just based on their other social media presence.
Right.
So they could have gotten their lawyers or their managers together at the least and had some type of document signed about who's going to do what, who's going to put in what, and what happens if they don't. There could have been something done. That's how I feel about it thus far. How do you feel, James?
Because they're both celebrity personnel-ish people, I do think that they should have got their lawyers involved and made sure that, they split things down the road 50-50, because when it comes to monetization, they're going to have to do that anyway. So I feel like I don't understand why y'all didn't start with your lawyers into the whole business venture in the first place. And where I fought Chaotic in a lot of this is, why would you put your money up knowing that he wasn't doing the same? Why would you do more of the foot front when he's dragging his feet? Why not have that conversation? And then my thing with Scrappy is, why are you dragging your feet? It's starting to sound like what your mama says about you is true. That business-wise, you ain't gonna mess with you. Personal-wise, I love you. That's what it sounds like to me.
When your own mama won't go in the business with you, but will
Right.
cuss people out and start a beef and act a fool and make a whole music video just to protect you, that says something. So I think that's the best point you could have made, James. I really do.
Yes.
Now, we then move forward to another scene where we see Rallo and Spice in the studio. He's going to be on the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta album. I forgot that he was even on the show, but okay. Rallo is a legend, though, in the music industry and especially in Atlanta. So I will give him that. It's nice to see him out and free and able to do music. But she wants the album to have a performance as well. I'm not going to say too much about the scene. I didn't get much negative from it. Spice, you're not a producer. You are working with established artists who have their own sound developed and know what they want to do, are writing their own things, and you did not make the beat. But you are putting together the album, but you're definitely not a producer. I just want to make that clear. But I'm not going to say too much on the scene, but it's nice that she has the idea of doing a performance with the Love and Hip Hop album, but I hope they actually perform. That's what I'll say. Now, James about to get annoyed because we got to talk about Young Jock. Now, Jock is saying that his personal life has been hell since a viral video of him with another woman named Mo, who he claims to be his colleague, went viral. I had the opportunity to look at the video and I see why it went viral. This was not just being too close. This was giving a man eyes, body language, and slight touch that says, I'm about to sit on it and you're going to love it. That's what I got from the video. And I think that is part of the reason why the video went viral. Now, he meets with this colleague, Mo, and she says that she does not like how the media is portraying her. She doesn't like how she looks in the media because Jock's a married man. And, Jock's response to all of that is, well, you could have cleared the air and made it clear that we're not together. And now we're not doing nothing, which he did have a point. I am not trying to defend Jock, y'all, but he have a point. If you mad that the media making you look like a home wrecker dealing with a married man, then why would you not speak out and say, no, this is my business partner. I'm cool with his wife. But you did not do that, young lady. So that lets me know that it probably was something more. Or she wants to be put in the limelight and used him as a way to get there, which is why, as a married man that's in the public eye, he needs to do better, in my personal opinion. So this Mo chick is a club promoter for one of his clubs. We know that Jock has a club in Atlanta. Jock is basically not taking any accountability for the situation, and Kendra is dumb. But this Mo girl says that Kendra could have had a conversation with Jock and her. You've known Jock for 8 years, Mo. You said that out your own mouth. So I am sure that you know his wife, who has also been around for that amount of time, especially if you in business with him. I am sure you know his wife, have heard of her, you know that she exists. Either way, what you did is not okay. So Jock decides he wants Mo and Kendra to talk about the issue. In my opinion, based on their energy, it's clear that they've slept together. I encourage everybody to look at the bottom of my screen that you see. It's passing up. It looks like it's about to restart, and we gonna read it on together, beautiful people, because I think these two slept together, and he's smiling and giggling, and that's wild considering your wife is embarrassed and mad. But I do thank everybody for watching. I hope you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We do have recaps every single week, and remind you that all things discussed in our videos are alleged. They are opinions and not based on fact. They're just based on what we see on the TV and how we, decide to perceive that. But I think Jock slept with this girl. I don't think it's a big deal because I never thought Kendra should have married Jock. She's the one woman that got him, knowing his history and knowing how he is, and still chose to take him. So I'm looking at everybody involved like, okay, and
right. Because at this point, it's a okay, yeah, he did it. So what? This is how I feel Kendra should feel. Because to me, when you once again, ladies, when you have the Yelp reviews, the Google reviews, the Amazon reviews, and everything on your man, and you can actually pull it up in front of your eyes and see all the mess. You can see him with former girlfriends, baby mamas, Grandma Jaws over there. Shout out to Bobby Blue. Y'all can see everything. The faithful and unfaithful. She can see all of that. So therefore, I don't think she has any room to get mad because you know what he about to do. Now, as far as Mo over there, man, you don't look like you don't watch reality TV.
right.
You don't look like you don't see headlines. You don't look like you don't look at the shade room. You
Preach.
don't look like you are unknown in Atlanta. You don't look like you don't take what word on the street means in Atlanta. So, therefore, I find it almost baffling that you have no close proximity to his wife in any capacity, let alone being one of his business partners. Cut it out. Cut that shit out. You know
Thank
exactly what you're doing. You
They think we
curious.
stupid. Jock is thinking with his the one-eyed monster. But this chick Mo, come on, girl. You know what you're doing, and it's
You were
sad.
curious about. I'd rather her say, "Look, I was curious about it. I want to see what the hype was." Yes, I did it. Kendra
Kirk
don't.
and Rashida kind of gave Homewreckers a platform through this Jasmine BS from seasons ago and this season,
Yeah.
along with a couple of other reality TV people who get cheated on by their men, and then the women they cheat on end up on the show and end up being stars. And I really think that's what this girl Mo did, because I can't see her promoting no club without her assets, if you get what I'm saying. And there are club promoters who do that. So I'm pretty much over it. But I agree with everything that you're saying, James. This girl gives thirst, and she just does.
I mean, it goes beyond thirst. Like it's just like you can't think that the people in this world, the recappers, the viewers, really gonna look at you and think that you're innocent and that you don't know anything about this man's personal life when it is forecasted like it's the weather. Come on, I'm not gonna do this.
Forecast it like the weather. But moving on, you guys. Chaotic and Sierra are at a music video filming. The music video, as quiet as it kept, apparently is for Sierra. Now, I don't understand how you're late to your own music video filming, but Sierra was late. And I want her to understand that this is why nobody is taking her seriously as an artist. There are lots of artists like Young Miami who have zero talent. She is not a rapper. She is not a singer. She's not even barely an interviewer. You don't have to have talent these days to, make it. You just don't. But what you do need is professionalism and a good work ethic. And Sierra lacks the professionalism part heavily, because why are you late to your own event? Now, Hurricane Chris, for those who don't know the song, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey, baby. I think I was in high school when that came out. So Yes, I was. Because I remember getting tired of hearing it.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, we definitely 'cause our high school played that out. Like you wasn't you heard it every football game and because everybody did the
Yeah,
hand slapping thing.
yeah.
And yeah, I remember it.
That and the pop, lock, and drop it.
We did
Pop,
that
lock,
too.
and drop it. Drove
My
me crazy.
I don't know if your year, but everybody threw a party like in my year. I don't know why everybody was throwing parties like it was like we was on Laguna Beach or something. Like we had camera crews, but everybody was throwing a party. And they played that song out into the oh
No, they did. The sad thing is, y'all, I am younger than James, but all my friends was in his grade in high school. I did
yes.
end up in some of the parties, and they did always play them songs. It drove me crazy. That and Mr. Fab's New Oakland, and at the time, D-Lo. That ooh, for those
Mm,
from the Bay Area,
yes.
y'all know. Anywho, but Hurricane Chris is there, and he's trying to talk about rap advice and give Sierra advice to uplift her. I'm just like, sir, you have not had a hit since then. You're damn near one hit wonder. So I don't know how you are offering advice, but do what you do. Now, Sierra is extremely upset about this diss record that Amy Luciani done, you know, wrote about her and Bambi. Um, I don't know why she's so upset. She made one comment and it's about something that everybody gets to about your lips. They ain't really said nothing else about you. Most of that dish was addressed to Bambi, but Sierra gonna make it into herself. So we get to day 2 of the video shoot. The song was terrible. It was catchy, but it sounded like everything else that's out. There was nothing about the song that was memorable. There was nothing about the song that said that she wrote it herself. There was nothing about the song I felt that says she needed all of that for a music video. I feel like she just saw what she saw people doing and took that as I'm going to make a song and it's going to look just like everybody else's. There's nothing about it that showed us who she is as an artist. And that's why nobody takes you seriously as an artist, Sierra. But how'd you feel about her video shoot, James Jackson?
I have no thoughts on it. To me, it was same old, same old, same old. There wasn't nothing special. It didn't do nothing. The song was trash. So,
Well, there you have it, Sierra. So while I don't like Spice, I agree with her on not having Sierra on the album. It's an insult to real artists. Now, Kendra, we get to another scene, and I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to be mean, and y'all can cancel me, whatever you got to do. I'll be okay. But Kendra's face card mixed with that wig did not work in this scene that we're about to discuss. It stressed me out. It stressed me out. Now, Kendra says that people have been warning her of Mo and Jock. Ain't no way somebody gonna be warning me, and not just somebody, but multiple people warning you about your husband and the next bitch. That's how you know your husband up to no good. Because in my opinion, where there's smoke, there's fire. I have yet to have somebody come up to me warning me about my husband's behavior, and we from the same city. And the moment that they do, I'm taking his ass to the cleaners. There's nothing else that I wouldn't do. And Kendra is stupid because she said people been warning her of Mo and Jock. Jock claims that he was drinking and could have made better choices in the viral video of him and this woman. That I guess for Jock, that was some type of admittance or him being accountable. But sir, just because you drinking shouldn't mean that you allow women to get into your space and disrespect yourself, your wife, or your marriage. Like you don't. Something is wrong with Jock, y'all. But Kendra then says to Mo, who they speak to next, she says she is mad that Mo did not call her. And Mo says that she knew Jock before she knew Kendra and did not need to call Kendra. She gave side chick energy with that. If I'm friends with somebody, right? And let's say James, for instance, got a spouse, and I'm friends with him, and something similar like this happens, and I go viral giving his spouse a hug, just greeting him or something. Immediately, once I get wind of it, I'm calling James. And I'm calling him while I'm on the way to his house to make him understand, I don't want this person. And I'm not trying to do that to you. And I'm so upset with the tabloids. I would probably be in tears. If you do something with someone who's married that looks off, even if they're not your friend, I'm going to feel embarrassed about it. Mo did not feel embarrassed about it. She's just like, I ain't need to call you. And it's like, bitch, do you want to get backhanded? Do you not have respect for marriage? I can't
My thing is
understand
this:
it.
how do we do one better? Like, let's say when we blow up, and for whatever reason we got a paparazzi, like we on a business trip doing a tour or something, and they catch us at doing dinner or something, and it looks crazy because the restaurant's probably sensual. I'm going to call your husband and be like, hey, we had dinner. I don't know what this paparazzi is on right now. I'm about to have the most utmost respect because I do, and because I've known you a long time, even before you were married. I still have a lot of respect for your husband, regardless if I knew you first and before then. I'm
It's
going to
like you
call
don't
him.
have to know people to
Yes,
respect the idea of marriage.
right.
But people
And
be
so
acting a fool.
I'm like, so you're trying to trump that you knew him before. We all knew Jock before Kendra. Like, what does
Right.
that matter?
But we all know Jock with Kendra. So either way, the girl is wrong. Now,
Right.
I found it interesting, and Jock pissed me off. And I don't know if y'all felt the same way, because he seemed to only be checking Kendra and trying to get Kendra to act right. But the way that that woman spoke to his wife, he should have checked her. He should have checked her, because you remind this bitch like you was just the side piece, or you not my wife, so you not as important as her, so you not gonna talk to her crazy. Because the whole reason these two are interacting like this and know each other is because of him anyway. So for him to only be checking Kendra was strange to me. He and Kendra, you're a Juris Doctor attorney. You're closing real estate deals in the multi-million dollar range. You are somebody on this cast who actually has something to lose.
I'm
And I don't
surprised.
understand why she's acting like that. Like, I understand, but at some point, especially when it comes to wealth, income, and growth financially, you got to let all them hood antics go. And you can't just be fighting people to fight people. You got to really bow down, especially as an attorney, and say, I'll see your ass in court. Why does she constantly want to fight the women and act the fool hollering
Correct.
at them on camera? Like, you're a professional, act like it.
To me, y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If I was someone of consults, I wouldn't go to Kendra because I would think she's unprofessional. Let me put it to you this way: I would go to Phaedra before I go to Kendra.
I would too. And we watch Phaedra lose on TV with Sheree.
Right, and we see them counting $100 bills in front of a Camaro and shit, and her taking cash and slipping it in her purse. We've seen it all, but I would still go to Phaedra for someone who has a JD. Do y'all know how hard it is to get a JD? First off, and the fact that she actually has one and is sitting up here doing all of this. Yes, I'm going to Phaedra because Phaedra. One thing about Phaedra, I ain't never seen Phaedra hollering at the tip of her lungs at Apollo, acting no fool on
She
national
said,
television.
go away from me with this.
Absolutely.
And she meant it. And he knew. And he went away too. He
Hmm.
did. It took him a little second, but she made a face and he said, okay, let me leave her alone.
So I
So
wish she would channel her inner Phaedra.
she can't, though, because Kendra has a lot of issues that we're not going to address now, but I was disappointed in everybody involved, and I'm not surprised because you knew what you got when you got him, and now he's finally doing it to you. But keep it a movie, y'all. Yambi, Scrappy, and Jock, they nasty asses is all at an album rehearsal, and they are mad about the fact that they're going to have to rehearse for this performance. I guess Spice didn't tell them. So then we see Bambi, Zane, and Chaotic show up. And Bambi immediately speaks and brings up the fact that Scrappy is supposed to be going with Amy. And I'm like, why are you saying that to your ex-husband? Like, that's your ex and you left. So why do you get to comment, and why do you care who he's with? Especially a girl that was barely your friend. Who cares? So Amy then walks in, and Bambi immediately asks Amy about the diss song. And then Bambi announces that she is not going to do the album. And which is important. Remember this. And I'm like, okay, Bambi, we don't care. You've been trying to make music since half of us was toddlers, okay? We forget Bambi's actual age, y'all. This lady been trying to make music happen for decades. I don't care, Bambi. If you don't want to do the album, don't do the album. Because really, you're more famous for the hot tub than you are music. People forget that you was on Basketball Wives, but they remember you in that hot tub on the arm of No Neck Benzino. They remember that. I don't care if she admits to it. I will never let her live that down. No Neck Benzino went from Basketball Wives to a hot tub in the woods of Georgia with a bunch of married men and one man who was single but had no neck. So there's nothing she could say to me to live that down. Now, everybody ends up rehearsing their songs. Chaotic has a really good flow, and I hope that he succeeds. I listen to his music. I think he's actually good. He's just goofy, which causes people not to take him seriously. Zayn did not know the words to his own song, which is common of artists if they've just written the song and you have so many. But I wasn't impressed, and I felt like it sucked, personally. Rashida, you never could rap. You don't need to come back to it. That's all. Amy performs her song, and Amy could rap, but she did really diss the girl, and the rap gave thirsty. It did. It's like Amy could really rap, and she's super talented, and I wish she would use the talent in other ways instead of hopping on the song that Carly kicked Erica of, and now we see her doing a diss track. It's like, use your talent for other things, because Amy can really rap, and I believe the way she acts makes people forget about it. But after Amy performs the song, Bambi gets embarrassed, and Miss I Don't Want to Be on the Album decides she's going to perform. Why are you performing if you have no intention of being on the album, Bambi? But in the song, she mentioned herself being in a hot tub, as if I talk about me, they can't. Let me explain something to you, you long necked giraffe. We are still going to talk about you because you were in the hot tub with a man who had no neck. We thought that when he ate food and swallowed, the food just magically evaporated and appeared into his belly, as if a charmed witch was leaving to go to the other round. That's what we thought happened. And you were on the arm of him with a bunch of other married men, and now you claim to be friendly with Rashida when you was probably being passed around by Kirk and the No Neck Band. I'm just saying, allegedly. So it's a strange song, but she gets it off her chest. Scrap did not want to perform. James, what did you think of the rehearsal? Specifically, Bambi's return diss. You're muted, darling.
It needs work. It needs one. She needs more. She needs to get out of her delusions of thinking she's way bigger than what she is. I'm all for confidence. Don't get me wrong, but to me, it would have been an automatic no when she didn't want to do the album. It'd be like, you got to go. Because why would we listen to it when we can't get access to it? That means you're trying to use this clout to benefit you. That's what that meant. So the fact that you did that, it was kind of like, oh, okay, we see how you move. It's very snakish. Got it. I didn't really care.
I agree with what you said, James.
I don't really care. Like, I just didn't care. Like, to me, it was just like, to me, this bullshit anyway. First off, let's get this up. This bullshit anyway. Because is the album available today? Does anybody know?
It's still not out. I believe it's coming out in a few months. I'm not sure what they're doing with it, but it's not out.
Okay, then because this was filmed months ago. So are y'all waiting to the season finale for this shit?
I feel like they're grasping for air, straws, all of that with this show, and so they're trying to make an album happen. Listen to the fans. Get rid of Spice. Get rid of Rashida. Get rid of Kurt. Get rid of Carly.
Honestly,
get rid of Bambi. Get rid of Scrappy. Keep everybody else and figure it out. But it's time to refresh. You can't stay, and so you cannot succeed and continue to grow if you're stuck in the past.
We can't. And I don't feel like UTV is paying them what they're paying Jersey Shore. So I feel like they should just scrap it and start over anyway. I don't know why MTV did this, because you're not showing them in the best light. You're showing them being idiots. And then the fact of the matter is that the one showcase, which I feel like is a part, the only reason why they're doing this is because it's probably in the contract to do this. I don't feel like any of them are serious. They're doing this because they probably have to keep the show going. And I'm saying allegedly. Yeah.
That's probably the case. But the last little scene we saw was Rennie Ritchie had her baby. Congratulations to her and Black Zach. I'm glad that the baby got here safe. There's nothing really to say about the scene. It was very normal. But I don't want them to play with pregnancies like that no more, Spice. Everybody threw all these little fake baby showers, and I want to be the auntie this, and none of them was there when she actually gave birth. So, hey, look, I'm glad that the baby got here earlier. I do hope that she uses this child as a way to heal. I also hope she seeks therapy because she's grieving. But that was pretty much the episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I do appreciate everybody for watching, especially those part of our replay gang. We normally go over this show on Wednesdays, but I just was unable to do it this Wednesday or this past Wednesday. I will keep up with it this upcoming Wednesday. And then we'll also have some shows that we'll recap with James on his channel on thy weekend, beautiful people. Other than that, I hope everybody has a good day, and I appreciate you, James, for being here. And I'll see y'all next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.